Hello again. Oh my goodness, it's great to be back with you. Right. Yeah, I did a stream this morning and it felt so good. I'm going to do it again. But this time we're going to look at a different issue that we've got. I'm looking at multiple screens here. So I do apologize. I'm going to try and get better at focusing on the camera rather than the version of OBS that I can see in front of me. So let's take a look at some of these issues. So just like with the previous stream I did this morning, we are looking at OwaspHeaders.Core, which is, if I go to the correct window, it is a NuGet package for, is this one? Yeah, it is a NuGet package for ASP.NET Core apps that headers, there we go, that aims to put in a bunch of defaults for secure headers for HTTP applications. So if you're doing ASP.NET or ASP.NET, or rather, if you're doing ASP.NET Core, either on top of .NET Framework, .NET Core, or modern .NET, that's .NET 5, .NET 6, .NET 7, .NET 8, this can be pulled into your app and it will just automatically add a bunch of recommended OWASP headers. Problem with it, of course, that some of those recommended values cause you issues. Right? We're not going to look at those things yet. We are actually going to look at one of these issues here. So there are two issues that I found earlier today. The expect CT is already in OwaspHeaders.Core, but it is deprecated, and so it should be removed. And the other one is XSS protection, which protects you from cross-site scripting, has been marked as deprecated for modern browsers. So this one, it's probably going to take a little bit more effort to actually remove, to disable it for certain browsers. Whoops. So what we're going to do instead is we're just going to disable it by default. I just want to work on the text for these PRs. There we go. These are all in the open as well. So if you want to come along and have a look at these, you totally can. Just going to make my screen bigger so that you all can see it. Hopefully you all can read through that. I will read through this in a moment. Just fixing the formatting. Is that on a different line? Yeah, it is. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Rather than faffing with it, do that. Jump down the bottom. I'll jump into the preview. See what that looks like. I just want to fix the formatting on all of this. Cool, that's worked. Right. So essentially, inside of OwaspHeaders.Core, there is this idea of XSS protection. That is cross-site scripting. Very, very dangerous thing. Problem is that most web browsers have actually got mitigations built into them for protecting you against XSS now. And actually, by including XSS, you may actually end up creating problems for yourself inside the browser. So what we're going to do, first off, what I want to do, I'm going to bring this down. Oh, that's the wrong way. I'm going to do this real quick, folks. Bear with me a second. Yeah, there we go. I just brought the music up a little bit so you can hear it a little bit more, because I looked through one of the earlier stream and it was really quiet. I could still hear it, but it was really quiet. I want it to be there so that you can hear it, so that it's not too much over the top of me. If it is too much, I will turn it back down. That's not a problem. So the XSS protection is supposed to be, so if you go to the secure headers project and you go to response headers, you've got some that are still in working draft. We've got some that are active. Most of these are covered by OwaspHeaders.Core. We got some almost deprecated and deprecated ones. Now, two of these are actually in OwaspHeaders.Core. This one used to have an issue to bring it in. We're going to remove that. But first off, we need to read about XSS protection. If you don't know about OWASP, OWASP are fantastic. It is a completely voluntary organization that is run by people who are interested in web security. And OWASP stands for the Open Web Application Security Project. I'm going to have a sip. The great thing about OWASP, completely free, all of this information is there for free, right? So you can using OWASP, start your journey down secure application development. We actually have, so one of the shows that I'm working on has an episode all about application security coming up, and on the .NET Core podcast, which if you're interested in .NET, you should be listening to, we have a number of episodes featuring wonderful Tanya Junker. We've got 2 episodes with Tanya Junker all about app security and how important it is. We've also got, if I go back, cyber, we've actually got 2 episodes on cyber security. One by a chap who pivoted from teaching English as a foreign language into cybersecurity, and one as a roundtable with Ashley Burke, Carla Reffield, and Divya Mudgall, all about how they got into cybersecurity and some of the challenges they face on a daily basis. So we've got 4 episodes on security, application security, and cybersecurity on the .NET Core podcast. Definitely check those out. I'll put some links into the description. So if you're watching, oh, right, hang on. Sorry, just catching up with the chat. Sorry, everyone. I'm going to bring the music down again because Devin has said the music is a bit too loud for him. That's totally fine, Devin. We'll bring that down. There you go. Yeah, so I will put some links into the description. If you're watching this on demand, there will be links in the description. I will get some links and put them into the chat if I can figure out how to do it, because I'm using multiple machines, but that's not too much of a problem. But yes, so definitely keep an eye out for those. So first we're going to learn about XXSS protection, and then we're going to figure out what it is that OwaspHeaders.Core does and whether we need to remove it or whether we need to disable it. So look, it says here that the XXS protection header has been deprecated by modern browsers, and its use can introduce additional security issues on the client side. So inside the browser, it can, if you have it, it can give you, if you have it present, you can have more security issues. As such, it is recommended to set the XSS header protection value to 0 in order to disable the auditor, and it will not allow it to take the default behavior of the browser handling the response. Please use a content security policy instead. So what we need to do is we need to make sure that content security policy is enabled and set this value to 0. If content security policy is disabled, then I don't know what we need to do. We need to figure out what that is. Hopefully, Devin, the audio isn't too loud now. Let me drag this a little bit across here. We'll be able to see the chat a little bit better. I need to work on that. I'm still figuring out this new layout, so you'll have to bear with me, friends. So this header enables us. This header enables cross-site scripting in your browser. So by default, OwaspHeaders.Core relies on this one. So it sets its value to 1, and then so that enables the auditor and then blocks everything. Problem is that this is a very old way to do it, and the new version is to set it to 0. So what we need to do is we need to go have a look in our code base and see what's going on. So we still need it on and enabled. We just need to set that value to 0. Oh, excuse me. Right, so first off, now I made some changes to this earlier on. I don't know whether you can hear that, but the fans in my laptop are going at full whack. There are vulnerabilities protection. What's vulnerabilities? Oh, right. Yep. Because it uses ASP .NET Core 2.2. I wonder which project that is. Right, okay. I'm guessing it's this one. Let's have a look. Edit. Example.cs project. Yeah, look at that. Nope. Flex middleware. Okay. Probably not that one. I wonder if it's this one then. I wonder which one is using ASP.NET Core 2.2. It's probably this. So first off, we'll likely need to upgrade this. So let's take care of that first. Let's go over here. We'll find the latest version. That's 2.2. Prefix has been reserved. Package has been deprecated as part of the .NET package deprecation effort. You can learn more about it here. So this package is deprecated and is legacy and is no longer maintained. Okay, fair enough. So there are a number of .NET Core was released then to provide better. Okay, fair enough. ASP.NET Core 2.2 is a unique category, particularly around .NET framework usage. We will work out how best to address this. Okay, cool. 22nd of June update. We have been get clean. Okay, fair enough. Right, so I'm using the HTTP abstractions in here somewhere. So let's find out where I'm using it. Probably around, whoops, probably around here. So let's do a find everywhere. Okay, it's just the dependency. So can I just get rid of it? Will it still work? Run all the tests. Nope. Okay. ASP.NET Core does not exist in Microsoft. It needs that for the HTTP context. So how do I get the HTTP context in .NET 6 HTTP context? Where does HTTP context exist in ASP.NET Core? It's not the page model one though. This is probably going to take a little bit too long. This isn't what I want to get dragged down into, so we'll create a separate issue to fix that later. So let's go and build that and get rid of those errors. Okay. So we need to find this. This text will probably be in the code somewhere. Nope. Okay. What about mode block? There we go. Okay. Right. So, right. We've got a chance here to actually make some better stuff. So we can make this code more protected as well. Devin, is the audio a little bit better now? It's not too loud, is it? Whilst you're getting back to me on that one, I'm going to F12 on this one, and I'm going to go... No, don't show me the context. What's the context actions? I want it in capitals. Okay, I can do that later. I want to see where one block. Show me where that is in use. Go to find usages. Here we go. There it is. Okay, so quite literally, all I need to do is that, and now we've fixed that issue. The tests are going to fail because I assume the tests are going to fail. Yeah, there we go. Blah, 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 blah. Header is present. Right. Okay. Let's collapse that. Just a hair loud still, but I don't want everybody else's preferences. That's fine. No, that's not a problem. Not a problem. Let's bring this down to 23, 24 it'll be. So it's in dBs, so you got to lower it by 3 each time. So let's see. Blah, 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 blah. This is the test that's failed. So this is invoke with XSS protection header name present. Header is present, right? So the header is locked to 1. I run those tests again. It should now come out at 0. So we'll explain that in a moment. Are we happy with that? Looks like all the tests pass. So the reason for that is because what we've done is we've gone and disabled that filter, which effectively turns off the XSS protection auditor. So what we need to do, firstly, what I want to do is I want to hang on, code coverage. Remove that. Do that properly later. But there we go. Right. Okay. So we've turned that off, which then sets it to right. Okay. So okay. Enables the cross types, the filter to be used. An optional URI to report any XSS violation. Violation, not violation. Violation. There we go. The parameter is optional and will only be used in place of the XSS mode. Is that right? It doesn't take in. Oh, it does take in the report URI. If no value for that is supplied, the default one will be used. The default is based on the user, and the value for this is 0, which disables the XSS auditor. Please ensure. I need to put this on a new line. Please ensure that you use the. No, that could be. That could be a remarks. I always get these confused, but there you go. Right, remarks. If you are using the default value for value, excellent. Well done, me. Value for the XSS protection header 0. Please ensure that you are including a CSP. This header value needs to be set 0 in order to disable XSS auditor. The X auditor needs to be disabled because it can lead to security client side security. That's not even correctly spelt. Security issues in modern browser. If you only, that needs to be in caps, only support modern retro's the wrong word, older browsers, then set this value to set the value of param ref XSS mode to, can I do value ref? Yeah, XSS mode, no. cref, there we go. The cref XSS mode dot. Really? One block. There we go. Cool. Awesome. What's wrong with this? Duplicate parameters? Oh yeah. Right. If no, oh no, that's fine because I've probably need to. Let's do param ref name. Yeah, param ref name. There we go. Now it's happy. Excellent. What's wrong with this? Config is no matching. Yeah, that's fine. So this complaint here, if you can see it. Hey, it's MVG. There he is. Do you think it makes sense to split off an overload that doesn't give you the option and deprecate? Ooh, that's a really good point, Devin. That's a really good point, actually. Let's create an overload which doesn't allow you to set that. Yes. And then mark this as deprecated. So if I do deprecated. I thought that no, it is deprecated. What is the .NET attribute deprecated? Obsolete, that's it. Not deprecate, obsolete. Excellent. Right. So then what we'll do is we'll set this back to 1 block. And I'll take the whole thing. Copy. Down there. Get rid of obsolete. We'll get rid of this. XSS mode 0. Now we'll go through and fix all of these. Okay, XSS mode is not there. What URI, additional URI, actually we don't need that either, because we're not going to report if no value for that is, right, hang on. Param, where did the remark start? Am I missing? Oh no, that's the start of the remark. Okay. Get rid of the rubbish. And move this. Okay. So instead of this overload will use the XSS. Oh, the hyphen XSS protection value 0. This effectively disables XSS auditor and is required for modern browsers. If you are using please ensure that you have a valid content security policy that needs to have a hyphen enabled. Otherwise You are opening yourself up to a world of rubble. This header will set this. Okay. This is the bit I don't like because then my comments aren't going to line up. I'll deal with chat in a moment. Just bear with me, folks. There we go. Let's have a look. If other people are like me, they are not going to go out of their way to look for stuff that they need to be slapped in the face with. You really good? Yep, you're absolutely right. Also, yes, you're right, MVG. We don't need that, which means this can now be null. Yeah. Oh wait, hang on. Is that optional there as well? Yep. Okay. Get rid of that. Cool. Also, how does .NET choose between this method and the one above that has default values? So, this one, that's a really good point. How does it choose? Probably not going to, is it? What's this saying? Method with optional parameter is hidden by overload. Oh, excellent. There we go. That should be your answer there, MVG. This one is hidden. So why don't I instead just remove it? Rather than mark it as deprecated, just remove it. Forces us to use that. It's going to say you need to drop those two S's into... Yeah, okay. That's what we'll do. Okay. And we'll go here. Fix naming in this file. Yes. Excellent. Cool. If I rerun the tests, do we still pass? Yeah, you're absolutely right, Devin. I want to make this as easy as possible to adopt because security is difficult. The easier I make it, the more chance people have of adopting it. Problem, of course, is I will have to add some stuff in. I will have to add some stuff, maybe some documentation, or what I'm actually thinking of doing is making a short video that explains how it all fits together from a implementing it point of view rather than from a like, here is how you add the NuGet package. Hooray, you've added the NuGet package and everything is sorted, right? And so that's how we go about it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what we're listening to. Because it's always good to quote your sources. I will come back to what I was talking about in a minute. That's the summer essentials. So there's a full... Really? Yeah, there we go. So we're actually, right now, previous stream we were listening to Winter Essentials 2022. This is Chill Hop Essentials Fall 2022. And I have to say, it's so good. They even have like little stories. Where are we? Let me see if I can find it, because each album has its own little story, right? So if we... Essentials Fall 2022 takes us back to Chillville, where the hot days are behind us and the cozy days are ahead. Where we last left them, our favourite raccoon and friends were enjoying a rooftop party and some warm summer nights. Now our mascot is putting away the shorts and sunglasses in exchange for a yellow hoodie and enjoying a solo day around the big city. The days are growing more chill, so grab a scarf, pour some coffee and continue exploring. I love that about these albums, and that's our raccoon, their logo. Each one of their Essentials albums has a little story, and there is a story going along with it. MVG, you should totally do. Yeah, MVG, you're absolutely right. It should be spring, but this is. I really like this one. The previous one I listened to was winter, so you'll just have to deal with it. Congratulations, you get to do a major. Yes, indeed, I do get to do a major version bump. You're absolutely true. But before I can do that, I need to create a branch because I totally didn't do that. Check out feature. No, this is classed as a bug, but it's going to be a bug that creates a new thingamy. So this is XSS protection deprecated. XSS protection deprecated. That looks right, but it doesn't look right. Oh well. Created and switched to a new branch. Git status. Fantastic. Look at this. Right. Okay. So now, okay. There is a book that I read very recently. Wonder if I can find the name of it. beyond my phone, and I think it is very relevant to what I'm about to do. So let me find the name of it. It is called... I can't think of what it's called. I read it last month, so I'm sorry folks, you'll have to bear with me. The Rules of Programming? No, it wasn't that one. Yes, it was. It was The Rules of Programming by Chris Zimmerman. Now, Chris works on... he works for... Who does he work for? He works for Sucker Punch and has been deeply involved in all of the games that they've made. From Sly Raccoon? Something like that. All the way up to and including Ghost of Tsushima. One of the things that he says in his book is these 21 rules for programming. One of his rules is code which doesn't get exercised is wrong. And by that, he means any code that doesn't get run is wrong. Now, what I did when I created this is I added support for all the possible options and permutations of all the different header values. But actually, what I want is for this to add just the recommended ones. So all of this code here is deprecated, and it's never exercised, so we don't know whether it works. So firstly, let's get rid of it. This no longer needs to be a switch. And a default, and we'll leave it as throw argument out of range, which means we need to have a test for it. So let's go over here. I could make it even easier on myself by removing the other whoops. Header value is out of range. What did we say it was? It was an out of range exception, wasn't it? Argument out of range exception raised. Cool. So we're going to do that. Instead of doing this, we're going to do record. Is that how we do it? I'm probably doing this wrong. Oh, record.exception. That's right. Exception. It's an async method, so we'll need to do record exception async. Go like this, and we'll go drag this line up here. I apologize if I'm whacking the microphone. I really don't mean to. Exception equals await means I can get rid of that await. Cool. Does that come out as an exception? It does. Fantastic. So what we want to do instead, we want to assert. I do this. Not everyone does. Assert not null. Brilliant. And then assert is assignable from. Assignable from. I usually use assignable from rather than is of type. But I could remove the other options as well. You're absolutely right, MVG. What I want to do is I want to make sure that what I've written so far still passes. I'm patching things as I climb back up the tree. This is an argument out of range exception. Exception. Let's run that. What I like to do is I like to have... Oh, it didn't work. I try to have code which is... What happened here? Argument out of range exception raised. Oh, didn't. Oh, yes. It didn't raise one because I didn't change this. No, we can't get there, can we? Oh, of course. Okay, right. So we can't get to this default anyway. So why don't we get rid of this test? We can't get there. Then, like you said, go here and we'll just remove the other enum values. Does it need to be an enumeration now? Probably not. Which means this can now, instead of being a switch, can be an if. Is Ryder clever enough to allow me to change it to an if? Yes! Excellent. It returns a string, so why don't I if do the whole thing? Because otherwise we're... Exorcist. Whoops. There we go. Do the whole thing in the if. Because otherwise... Let's do... Yeah. No point in doing the allocation of creating the string builder and returning the string builder if we don't have XSS value Now it's going to complain, oh, but you haven't, so we're going to return default string. There we go. I don't even need the string. Excellent. Cool. So now, oh yeah, okay, we'll invert it. Fantastic. So if we're not set to 0, why not just return a 0? That's an even better option. You're absolutely right, MVG. Why go through all of this? Why create the string builder? Why not just regardless of what we pass in, just return 0? Yeah. Yeah, okay. You're right. So that gives us a thing. So what we need to do is we need to do a remarks in here. Due to the so this is the string builder, specifically the XSS protection. So X due to XSS protection being deprecated. This deprecated. What's wrong with that? Typo and deprecated. Deprecated. Okay, cool. This method is hard coded to return. Whoops. Return a string with a single character of 0. Cool. Which then means I can actually... Right, we're not going to support either of these things. We don't actually need any of these things here. Fantastic. So we don't need the report URI because we're never going to use it. Which means we don't need these in the constructor. Which means we don't need... I've got a protected default constructor. Cool. Okay. Then, cool. Get rid of all of these. Fantastic. Let's clear up as we go, right? So let's do a new namespace. Can I not? Should be able to. Oh, no. This is .NET Standard 2.1. Okay, cool. Which means we don't need this XSS mode enum. This mode. There we go. Get rid of the enum. Following files. Yeah, that's fine. Get rid of it. Don't need it. What? Why can't I delete it? Delete. Delete that file. Excellent. Right. Things are going to break. Things are going to be falling over. Don't need to do that. XSS protection that was protected. Going to make it public again. Which means I don't need to create it because there's an implicit constructor. Awesome. Right. This is going to be... if you only need to... We're not going to allow support for older browsers. What if you need to support older browsers? Yeah, those commits where you add like 2 lines of code and remove 80 billion lines of code. They're brilliant. Okay, do we want to be able to support older browsers? I think the tests are going to fail to build. Nope. Cool. They built. Excellent. We've boosted our test coverage as well. Fantastic. I don't like it to be over 80%. Because at that point you're not testing anything useful, but what I'm actually doing is by doing this, we're removing that, we're exorcising the unexercised code, right? Okay, cool. Right, does this still work from a example point of view? So the easiest way for me to show off that this works to people who want to use it is to have an example ASP.NET Core app. So this is just literally an ASP.NET Core app. When I go to the home directory, it shows me all of the things that are allowed. Where is my... Interesting. Okay. The default doesn't include the XSS. Right. So where is my default builder? Oh, okay. I know. Right. So what this does is it quite literally allows us to use the build default configuration. So X-frame, remove powered by header, use XSS protection. Cool. Then we stop and start it again. Rid of that window and refresh. We should now have XSS protection 0. Fantastic. Now if I go like no, not like that. If I go like this, have a look at the network tab, refresh that. What did we get? XSS protection equals 0. So is that what we need to set? It needs to look like this. XSS protection equals :0. Oh, I've lost my window now. Where'd it go? There it is. Zoom in on this. So the headers are what's it? Case insensitive. XSS protection: 0. There's definitely a 0, not a capital O. Did I set it to that? What's going on here? Oh yeah, the fav icon. That's fine. Okay, cool. I'm happy with that. That is one thing completed. Let's do a git status again. Loads of things removed. The next thing we're going to remove in a different PR is to get rid of this expect CT, I think. Cool. Before I do that, what I want to do is I want to do a .NET format check. So this is, oh gosh, this is the, is it check? I think it is. Yeah. So this is like a linter for .NET. And it's telling me, oh gosh, look, you've got loads and loads of problems. So this is, I'm using an editor config. So if I just jump into VS Code because it's easier to see, I've got an editor config here, which then sets a whole bunch of rules, and it's using the editor config to tell me where I've gone wrong. It's likely a miscommunication between me and Rider that's added all of these problems, right? So it's saying, hey, look, you've got some white space issues here. We've got replace these characters or whatever. So why don't I do? I can do fix the blank spaces and the other spaces. It goes ahead and does a whole bunch of changes. Takes a while. I feel like there's probably an easier way to get it to do that with within Rider, but I don't know how to do that yet. Cool. So the reason I'm doing this is because there's actually a GitHub action that fires when we check in that makes sure that the code is correctly formatted. Have a look at what this looks like. So what have we done? I'm going to go full screen, and I don't think we're going to see the whole window, but there you go. Okay, so that, yeah, okay, fair enough. Yeah, right, fair enough. Yeah, okay. Okay, cool. I didn't need to, okay, so nothing else has changed there. Fantastic. Here it is. Home control. Show me that. Yeah, here we go. What's the difference here? Probably a line ending thing, which is difficult to see in oh yeah, UTF-BOM. You can't see it because the chat's in the way. UTF-8 is the original file, and UTF-8-BOM is... There you go. So this is not sat on top of the chat. So yeah. So there we go. Cool. That's fine. File endings is fine. I like that we fixed the file endings. Okay, so that's using use XSS protection.build. Right, we don't need that now because it's part of the... Oh no, well, we'll keep it. We'll keep it because then each test is explicit. Cool. What is this? This is where I've removed all of that stuff that isn't being used. Fantastic. Extensions, added that into my default. So by default, it will include the XSS protection. Got rid of loads of stuff and defaulted it to return in a 0 and a string. And then we've removed this enums. Fantastic. Okay, so this one, and this one are all the changes. This is a change. This is a change. Okay. Oh yeah, put this in the way now. Okay, so I'm going to say with these 5 changes, this is my simplified response for XSS protection. Whoops. Oh, I keep doing that. The curse of using a Mac sometimes is that the control buttons are in slightly different places. Simplified response for XSS protection, header value. Yeah. Now represents the newly deprecated fact the header considered deprecated. Excellent. You made that. And then these are the tidy up options. So that's swapped. Fixed file endings and spaces. Fixed file, not file endings, character sets. F bomb. Yeah, that's probably, yeah, you're absolutely right. Fixed lightning problems. Thank you, MVG. That's way faster. Right, cool. I've run the tests. I'm happy to push that. We're going to go git push, and it'll I can't be bothered. I'll just let it tell me what the command is. Thank you. That's why I thought I'd spell it wrong, because I did spell it wrong. So we'll copy that, paste it in. Apparently I need to update my git so that I don't get that message anymore. But there you go. Cool. That's that done. Now I need to go and create the pull request. Cool. Issue number 73. Pull request. Not from here. From there. There we go. Prepare and build pull request. Fixes 73. Is it clever enough? Not 63, 73. Clever enough to link it. It does. Fantastic. Add a warning though. Warning. This PR ensures that the... Oh, I also need to do a version bump. Do that in a minute. This PR ensures that the XXSS protection header is present, but always... I need to put that as like... Always... Whoops. I will spell things right correctly one day. Right correctly. Well done. Always returns 0 as per the advice on OWASP secure project and MDN relevant what's to follow. Never. Never spell it correctly. Okay, fair enough. Like this. Close. Then I'm going to get the... Oh, what happened there? Oh, that was weird. I think my Firefox is updating whilst I'm using it, which is useful of it. Thank you, Firefox. I'm just going to let it keep doing that for a moment. There we go. I don't know what's happening there. Yep, Firefox is updating. Thanks. Oh. Let's find out what's happening with this system. What's going on? Nothing. Alright. Processes. Firefox is using 270 megs of disk space. That sounds about right. But it is properly falling over, ain't it? Oh. Back here. Perhaps there's a bug on the OWASP Secure Headers website. Or perhaps I need to close this. I don't know. We'll clear some stuff up, see what happens. Right, okay. I went to MDN XSS protection. I did type that in, folks. It's just not showing up because Firefox is being weird. Oh. Okay, tell you what. I'll just submit that as is. Yeah. Because I can grab the C number 73 for background or further details. Cool. Get that pull request. Oh no! I've broken it. I need to update the version number as well. That's fine. There's going to be what happens is I create the pull request, it kicks off a build. And then the build will now fail. No, the build will work, but the push to live will fail. Okay, so this is a configuration change, a breaking change. So we're going to jump to version 5. Major, minor, patch. Yeah, okay. Jump to version 5. Which means we'll probably need to jump to version 6 before we're done, but that's fine. Git status again. Git add. Right. Version number bump. Commit push. Yep. Cool. That will cause another build to happen. Conflicts? What conflicts? Why does it have conflicts? Have a look at these conflicts. What? I don't understand what's happened there. Why have we got these conflicts? That shouldn't have happened. Weird. Manually resolve them. Okay. Nope, we don't want that. We want that to be... I know what it was. I don't think I updated... Through a series of very strange reasons, I have 2 versions of this repo. One owned by my Progman ID, and one owned by my Jamie Taylor RJJ ID. And I think I didn't synchronize one of them. Okay, cool. Great, the merge conflict was resolved. Fantastic. There should now be a build happening. They won't do a publish, but it's going to check the code formatting, which should pass, and then it will do a build, which also includes tests. So maybe I should split those out as well. Have a look. Okay, it's easier for me to see this in here. Doing this one. What is going on with this? It's like it doesn't have the latest code. Right, go back here. Close this tab, because I think it's this tab what's closing this. This branch is 4 commits ahead, but it's not behind. Alright, fair enough. This is weird. Don't ever be in this position, folks. There we go. Right. It does code formatting, it does a build. It just does a build and oh. That's no good. Right. Let's split this out a little bit. So what I'm going to do, get status, separate thing, so I'll create a separate task for it. Cool. All right. We happy? You're happy, and you know it's probably broken. Okay. Right. Wow. It's GitHub that's causing me the issue. All right. Fair enough. Build. Right. Okay. I'm going to close out of. Yeah. Close out of Firefox for now. Git checkout. No, I don't want to do that just yet. Okay. You. Oh, grab my keyboard. Sorry, everyone. Right. Okay. So, onto a different task. Yes, we will be on a different task in a moment. I just need to go ahead and do this. So like I said, for a series of different reasons, I am committing code to the repo using a different username because reasons. There's no real reason for it. Plus 21 minus 68 MVG. That's where we're on. Oh, look at this. MVG's reviewing it. Fantastic. What we got? What we got? Have you said it's okay? Is that what you've said? Okay, MVG is approved. Yep, fair enough. Let's merge this. Right, cool. Okay. So that's now going to kick off a build. If I go back to my Firefox, I can show you it here. Okay. I am going to get the code base moved, but we'll move it eventually. This is doing its thing. What I also need to do I'll leave this open actually. It'd be really helpful. Have that? Okay, look at all of that. I remember when the first time I ever showed a friend of mine the fact that I used 2 screens, and I had some kind of build happening and loads of command line stuff flying past, and he went, "Whoa, you could tell you're clever." GitHub is now showing up in the small bar at the bottom where your music player is. Oh yeah, I know why. That's why. Sorry about that. Now it shouldn't be showing. That's cool. Okay, right. So that's merged. I need to go back to my oh gosh, GitHub, Amy, OWASP. There we go, and I'll drag that out of the way so that my ugly mug ain't in the way. We need to synchronize because I'm doing this weirdly. Like I said, this is my fork with this user, and so I started this project back in like 2018. And I haven't transferred it over to this user yet, so I have a bit of a weird build process. So I apologize for that. So why don't I git checkout. Is it called master? That's really upsetting. Okay. I've just got the welcome to the chat room message from Twitch, but fine. Okay. I'm going to pull again. Cool. Git check out the feature separating build. Oh gosh. Build test artifact. Cool. Okay, so what I'm going to do with this one is we can see that we have number of different things. We've got the check code formatting, which just is a wrapper around .NET format. That's cool. We need to do that before we build. Right? We're going to build, which includes the restore. Then we're going to do a test, and then we're going to do a deploy. And what I'm thinking, each of these is its own thing. But perhaps I should have a separate step for testing. I should build it to make sure it builds, and have a separate action for testing. You get rid of this so you can actually see what I'm doing. So maybe I should. So I've got one action that does, or one step of the action that does check the code. It just reads through the code and checks it. But another step that does build, test, and create an artifact. So maybe I should do build as one, test as one, artifact as one. That way, if the test fails, nah, it's fine. It's fine. That's not a problem. It's fine. I'm not bothered by it. I need to open a file to reset the Zoom. That seems like a weird thing that Visual Studio does, but there you go. Right, let's go in here and we'll check our branches. What we got? Right, we'll go back to, I wish it was called main, but yeah, we'll go back to main, checkout. Excellent. I'm going to delete this one here. Delete my local thing. I've only got main. On the remote, we've got loads. Okay. Go back here. How many branches we got? XSS. Okay, that's fine. Because that's been sorted. Go back here. How many branches? 1. Alright. Fair enough. Weird. Okay. Be able to get CSP values for directive input. Alright, yep, that's a thing that I fixed earlier on. And that's one that I was working on just now. Fantastic. Can I do a git pull from here? Nothing here. Yeah, manage remotes. What does that let me do? Manage. Nope. Okay, fair enough. So what I will do is I will in here git fetch. See what the difference is. Okay, we're already up to date. Fantastic. Okay. Cool. So what do we need to do now? So we fixed that one issue. Let's go have a look at any other issues that are existing. Oh yeah. Consider removing or disabling it by default. So with this one, I'm going to edit this as I go along because foolishly put it in thingamies. I could do that. Okay. Okay, right, so let's update that. So, the header will likely become obsolete in June 2021, since May 2018, new certificates are expected to support SCTs by default. Certificates before March 2018 were allowed to have a lifetime of 39 months, which will have expired in 2021. All new TLS certificates are expected to support SCTs by default. Certificates issued before then are allowed to have a lifetime of 39 months. Okay, so does this mean then, not that one, we want this one, if they are expected, does that mean that we can expect them as a developer? Or does that mean that have a look at the compatibility table. So it is not supported by Firefox, not supported by Safari, Safari or iOS or WebView Android. Newer versions do not send reports after 10 weeks from the build date. Does it support it? No. Newer versions do not send reports after 10 weeks. Alright. Samsung Internet. Probably because they all use Chromium. Okay. Browsers will not remember an expect CT policy unless the site has proven it can serve a certificate satisfying the certificate transparency. That's what CT means, it's certificate transparency. So, there's an opt-in to reporting and or enforcing a certificate transparency requirements. CT requirements aim to prevent the use of misused certificates for that site. What was this? It was a SCT. So what's an SCT? A signed certificate transport? HTTP. Absolutely. Scottish courts. That's what we want. Scottish government. Excellent. HTTP. TLS. What's this? What I'm trying to find out is what SCT means. Signed certificate timestamp. Right, okay. That's what it means? Alright. Signed certificate timestamp. Right, so does this mean then, since we expect the certificate to work in this way, though some browsers still support it, may have been removed from the relevant web standards, maybe in the process of being dropped, or may only be kept for compatibility purposes. Avoid using it and update existing code if possible. See this at the moment. Be aware that this feature may cease to work at any time. Right, okay. So it still works in these browsers. Which version of Chrome is the latest version? Chrome. It's like 100 and something, isn't it? No, Chrome Wiki. Right, the latest version is... The latest version is 113. Right, so let's have a look at this bug. When an expect-CT header is seen on a non-compliant connection and we don't already have an expect-CT say for that host, we send an expect-CT report to notify the site owner that their site is misconfigured. However, we consider non-timely builds to be non-compliant in this check, which is a bug. We should only send a report to the connection if it truly violates the CT policy. This was from 2017. When processing a header, we send a... Oh, wait, there's a... Yeah, okay. Okay. So experimental protocol for public logging. Okay, fair enough. Security feature. Could this bug be closed due to the feature being deprecated? So I guess I got to draw a line in the sand here. I have to figure out whether I want to remove it or disable it. Have a look at how it works in the code. Could just disable it. Right here. Now where I need to go? I need to go there and then say what configuration. So this is where it is. By default, it doesn't have a report URI. It is set to enforce true. Governs whether a site can opt into reporting or enforcement of certificate transparency requirements, which requires the use of misissued, right? Misissued certificates for that site and for going unnoticed. Right, okay. Specifies the URI. Well, it's a required thing and it's currently set to string null. So, hold on. Okay. Specifies the number of seconds after exception of the header field during which the user agent. I think the way we go about this is do that. It's essentially it's switched off by default. Where is this used? So it's just used in tests now. Fix this typo as well. I don't know what it was. Cool. So I think it's worth just removing this because that effectively disables it. But then when we disable it, we end up with it's disabled by default. So then people can opt in to turning it on. I think that's the best way to do it because then you can go like build default configuration system. Use spec.ct string.empty empty. Well done. Empty and then force through. Then you have to do build. Excuse me, shouldn't have done that directly into the microphone. I apologize, everyone. That was probably better for you, wasn't it? Okay, let's go like this. Am I still live, I wonder? Double check. This now has XCT to enforce. I'm going to check that I'm still live. I may not be. I should be, because I've still got the music going. That's being pulled from over the web. Doo-dee-doo. Yep, I'm still live. All right, fair enough. Okay, right. So that's there. Yeah, I think by default we just remove it, and then yeah, that's what we do. So then, does that mean leave it there, and then people can actually use it if they want to? means we need to leave the tests there because the code still exists, but it's not being exercised. Ooh. Ooh. Where are we? We are on origin. It can't be bug. Expect. Okay, yep, so we're in that branch. Rerun all the tests. Do we still... I think we should still test the thing that we're not using. Do show all nodes, what's showing up. Oh, you can't do it like that. That's annoying. Oh, that's naff. That is. Rerun that. This program will always stay there because it's generated code. Why is that still there? Sets of brackets. Matter. Can't put it on the namespace declaration. Alright, fair enough. I'll just have to deal with it always being there. That's fine. Did I just change? That back. Fine. Okay. We're at 80% code coverage, that's fine. We have fixed the typo and disabled expect CT. Okay. CT. Alt. Fixed typo. Cool. Commit that. Do 8 version bump. Hit that. There's a breaking change. So it needs to be 6. Bump. Commit. Push. Yep. Cool. That's been pushed. No. Oh, bother. Go back here. Go into issues. That one. I was able to do a pull request from here. Wasn't I? Oh. Cool. We'll just do a pull request from there. Expect as disabled by this is related. Copy paste the content. Pointless writing out again, isn't it? Alright, okay, so we'll go edit. Cancel that. That. Create that pull request. All that stuff, homie. I'm going to wait for the action to complete. Cool. The 2 of those I've created. Done. Good. Let's have a look at the other issues. Oh, you know what I should have done? think this is going to work. Put it in here. Fixes 72. New stuff. Be able to do that. Set. Clear site data is going to be well hard. Super hard to do. Feature policy is not supported, right? You should update the security headers. Okay. Use. What? Feature policy has been deprecated. Of in favor of permissions policy. This should be closed. Whoops. Oh, we've only got 8 issues left. Woohoo! Some of them are going to be tough to do, but we'll get there. We'll eventually get there. Cool. I got my pull request in place. Bug fix expect CT is deprecated. I need to update a bunch of change log. Created a change log. Created a change log for this ages ago, and haven't kept it up to date. But what I need to do is I need to have a look at the changelog file. Do that in code. Easy to see. Changelog. Okay. Version 4, version 4.0. Okay. Huh. Accepted value, expected value, expected. So what I'm seeing is the chat isn't updated, which is totally fine. If there's no one here, that's totally fine. What I'm also going to do is I am going to go be right back. I'm going to have a look at the chat and see if I can fix it, because it just says welcome to the chat room on my screen. So bear with me a second, folks. Oh, okay, so the messages are coming through now. Okay, sorry everyone. Okay, the only recommended value so that if a user consumer enables the XSS protection, they will get one possible. This is related to window over here, back here, and then closed. 29 closed. Whipping through these, whipping through them. Follow it the related to guidance by MDN. By OWASP. By OWASP. I wanted text. Sometimes I just can't. Like that. If I do a preview of that, is that going to be formatted nicely? It's not. Now it's formatted nicely. That to be deprecated. Cool. That's my version 5. If I go to 5. Yeah, varies in number. XSS protection. Blood. Oh. Cool. Just make sure that looks okay. Yep. Maybe I should flip those lines in that table. Yeah, like I should. Do that real quick. 5. 4. 3. Whoops. 4, 3. Let's just double check that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cool. Okay. And then we have a version 6. This version hides labels, removes, expect. You want it? Closed yet. Closed it properly. All code which generates a header and its value are still present, but it is disabled. It is removed from the defaults. These the above issue. Cool. All right. I'm not going to sort that out yet because I haven't. This hasn't been approved yet. Oh no, it has been. Okay. The issue wasn't closed. This was closed 78. Goes with comment. Back here, I've now only got 7. Fantastic. I've got no pull requests. I've got 1 branch. I go to the version of it. I know the branches. I need to synchronize that fork. Cool. Then I could delete this branch from here. Stash. Pull. No. Fetch. Spell it correctly, you Wally. Okay. Dislike that it's there is a command to delete the branch, but I don't know off the top. Local ones. Do I have any? I must have something. Those branches aren't there. Reluctant. Reluctant to do anything in there because I know I'm going to break something. Okay. So what I need to do, git, check out, branch, feature, update, change log. Cool. Git stash up. Git add, commit. Dated change logs of versions 5 and 6. I'm gonna have to make a patch update on this, otherwise my build's gonna fail. Fix that at some point, but we'll git add git version bump. Push. Oh, it doesn't exist. Ugh. Go here, just commit push, and I really need to update the version of Git that I've got installed on here. There you go. Go back here, create another pull request. Log been created for clue 5 and 6. Oop. Okay. Maybe I need to set some on. Thinking I might set some rules on the GitHub actions so that they only run when something requires them to. So for instance, if I make a change to the README, do I need to run the tests? Maybe. There's a point. You get package include change. Okay. Nope, not that one. That one. Okay, that's fine. Cool test would be to throw one in if any method signatures change, but the README files don't get updated. Ooh. Now that's a good idea. Whether I could do that with my limited knowledge of stuff is a good question. I don't think I can, off the top of my head, do that. Happy to give it a shot, though. Oh, you have no idea either. Fair enough. No problem. So there should now be I refresh that. Should have done a release. Oh, because you know what I was saying? It should only really build and release if the markdown files change. I think the build and release only happens if the markdown files change. So, oh well. It does that already. Cool. Okay, so if I go to NuGet.org, I have a look at this. There should be a version 6 listed. Keep going to the wrong thing. Look at this. It's even pulling. Look at that. I don't think that's going to work. Nope. Okay. Fair enough. It's pulling the README in. I need to change this so that then it actually displays something useful. Can NuGet display change log? I feel like it should be able to. It should. No, that's NuGet itself. Okay. So what I would need to do. Oh, hey, no worries. Thank you very much for chilling out with me this evening, Devin. It's been a whole bunch of fun. Hopefully your next meeting goes okay. I will just drag this out of the way so everyone can see that you're bouncing. Have a wonderful rest of your day, yeah? I'm wrapping up anyway, so I'm just looking to see if I can do something with this. Cool. Let's have a look at versions. 6.0 is there. Framework say. Dependencies. Right. That's not what I want. Early dev, just remember to end the meeting with signing off. Another meeting that could have been an email. You're absolutely right. Remove the link to NuGet and add a framework reference. That's the library from being used. I don't care about. I need a framework reference. What's the framework? Okay, so you're saying if I include a framework reference to that, it would still work. Wish me luck, everyone. Have I got a clean hit status? Oh, yeah, of course it is. Of course it is. That's what. I do need to get ownership of this migrated over, but we'll do that later. Synchronize that stuff, homie. Fantastic. Then we do a git pull, and it's like, oh, there's new stuff. Fantastic. Okay. Right. So what it's saying to do is to get rid of that package reference. Have a framework reference. Framework reference. Oh, I could just copy and paste that entire line. All right. Wish me luck. Build. Framework reference is not. What? Why isn't it recognized? I guess because it's 2.1. seen it. Many of the ASP .NET Core assemblies are no longer published in NuGet's packages. Instead, the assemblies are included in the meta package. Fine. That's fine. But I'm not using .NET Core specifically targeting standard. Alright, well, you know what? We'll tackle this another time. Kick it down there. So the thing I was just looking up there is that this Microsoft ASP.NET Core HTTP abstractions is deprecated, which means that at some point it's going to stop working. I'm having to rely on this because this is a .NET Standard 2.0 package. Because it's a .NET Standard 2.0, because it's .NET Standard 2.0, I can't add a framework reference. 29. I don't want to have to do this though. I think I'm going to have to because it's no longer sorted. I'll ask around. I know some people who can help. Cool. Right. Okay. So that's the. I think the best thing for me right now to get these links working in this README is this is linking to this is change log, right? This best thing right now sounds like bed. You're absolutely right. That doesn't link anywhere. Oh, of course. Right. Okay. The way I do that's totally simple. Hadn't thought about that. And so we're going to do package license file. I'm going to say none include changelog.md back true. Oops. True. This means the next time I do a .NET pack, it should include the changelog. Let's try that. .NET pack. We will do it. Oh yeah. Fine. Yeah. No. Cool. So it is. So it's in code. Easy for me to see it in code. So that's how. Here it is. Let's have a look at that file there. So NuGet files are just zip files. Did it include? It included the changelog. Fantastic. So that should, in theory, display it correctly over here. Where is it linking to in this read? I think it's changelog.md. Then because it's inside work, I need to change this, but that's not a problem. And there's going to be loads of these. Yeah, what I need to do to make this simpler to use, I need to make a video or something. But that's fine. Back here. change log. This. Commit that. Next. Commit push. Oh, here's another window. Here's a final window. I could just push that to my... Yeah, I did. Oh well, doesn't matter. This one here. We'll do a pull request. One. Change. Back. Builders. This will tell me whether that command I've just added. Give it a shot. It's 11 o'clock at night and I'm still drinking coffee. Granted, this is decaf. So we'll do this, then call it a night, I think. As long as this works. Gonna restore. I think as well, I should have a README specifically for the NuGet package. So this current README here has loads of stuff in it that you're not going to need if you're looking through the NuGet package, right? That's what it's going to say, and that needs updating anyway. We don't need the build status, release status, or license used, or support this project, or code triage, or code of conduct, or anything like that. None of that is required. So I'm going to write a separate README for the NuGet package. Probably going to call it NuGet package README or something. Wow, this is taking a while. Probably already finished. Nope. Taking a minute. What is going on with this? Previous times I've run it, it's taken 52 seconds. Now it's on almost 2 minutes just to do... Ah, there we go. Oh, okay. NuGet's dead. I've never seen that happen before. NuGet died. Alright, that's going to fail because NuGet died, presumably. Oh, it passed. Alright, fair enough. Okay. Go. Let's see what happens. Oh. Right, managing the pull request. Pulls over. Shame that every single step along separately. I didn't do a version number bump. It's gonna fall. It's gonna fall over. Should make this automatic, I think. Doo-doo. I already accept the pull request I did. Yep, publish NuGet package failed because there's already a 6.0.1. It's fine. Oh well. Tell you something. I'm gonna have lots of green lights on my GitHub map for today. Look at this. So Monday the 2nd. Where are we? 15th. Is that today? Oh, wait. I get confused by this. Try this over here. 31 contributions today alone. Wow. Okay, cool. Let's see what happens with this, and then we'll call it a night. I was just looking at oh gosh, I could spell my own repo. I was just looking at the number of times that this repo has been forked. If I just go back here, I'll check that out in a minute. 27 forks, 163 stars, so that's pretty cool. Right, what happened here? Oh yeah, because I've created the PR, I haven't wonder if I can create something in a pull request checker that like checks the version number has changed. There's probably a million different ways to do that. But what do I know? Nothing. GitHub action dsproj version check. .NET bump versions. What's this do? Easily bump the version files. Okay, so every time you... Okay, so I could have this. Every time I do a pull request, I could bump the major version. Okay. Sorry, everyone. Shouldn't have done that down the mic. That's better. Okay. We've actually been going for almost 2 hours. Pretty cool. NuGet package. Cool. So that's... It's going to take a while to filter through. It takes a good couple of minutes because NuGet's pretty huge. Look at this. Look at this. 16.8 thousand downloads for this. What this is. I don't know what this is. What this is. Oh, cool. Yeah, this is the isolated function version. So this is, if I go back here. So this is a middleware for injecting OWASP recommended HTTP headers into your functions. And guess what? Look, it uses OwaspHeaders.Core. An old version of OwaspHeaders.Core, but there you go. This is really cool. Other NuGet packages use this. Wow. That's got me a little worried, but okay. 0.1, I updated it to 6.0.2, so I just gotta wait for it to filter through. Not there. Cool. I will check that in the morning, but what I tried to do, just so that you all can see, is what I tried to do is if I go to the README, I wanted to make this link clickable. You can't see it because the music player is over the top of the URL, but it's showing me in the status bar. If I drag this over here, you can see that if I go to, I'm now hovering over changelog again, it's linking back to this page. I didn't want it to do that. I wanted it to link through to the changelog. I could either hard code that link to go to like to go to main and then changelog, or I could include it inside of the NuGet package. And that's what I've done. I've included it inside the NuGet package. So, if it comes through, it comes through. That's fine. Cool. I'm going to let this song play out. as I disappear off. It has been absolutely wonderful writing this code with you all. I've managed to in this stream, I've managed to create 2 features to fix 2 bugs that I never thought I'd be able to get to fix. So thank you all for sitting with me with this one. This has been loads of fun. I genuinely have enjoyed doing this, and if you're still there, MVG, thank you ever so much for your help earlier on. And yeah, I need to... That release shouldn't be failing. Let's refresh this page. Because the release has failed. That one failed. Oh, that's weird. Okay. It's weird that says the release is failing, but anyway. Right. No, it's been a genuine pleasure hanging out with you all this evening. I've got loads more work done than I thought I would. And yeah, no, this is awesome. Thank you all so much. I'll catch you all again. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day or time zone that you're in. See you all later. Bye bye.